Hello, Odd Job Dewey here, and today a little show and tell, a little story time, is I got back from the California Adventure Food and Wine Festival here at Disneyland, 2020, right? And for your admission here, for the, I think it's a $56 fee, or $51 if you have an annual pass, something like that, you get this here guide, festival guide, February 28th to April 21st, 2020. Of course, right now the park is kind of closed because of a little virus thing going on. You get this guide here, and you get yourself a sip and savor pass, which I'll have a picture later on in this video that shows the tabs on it. And this here basically goes through and tells you the different locations and what they have available at each location. And the back one here has some, looks like how to do it, right? Talks about what's valid for, legal mumbo jumbo. And if you're an annual pass member, like I've seen already, you get this nice lanyard here, Food and Wine Festival 2020, annual pass symbol on it, safety latch. And if you're not an annual pass member, from what I understand, it's just a black one. So this here looks like, someone spilled wine on it. And so we got that guide. We also got handy dandy passport, tasting passport, right? And what you do here is, as you're going through, it talks about different types of food types you have available to you: kid-friendly, vegetarian, plant-based, gluten. You can put some notes in here, and different locations like the Paradise Beer Garden here. You can check off what you actually tried or got, and then you get a stamp from each location that you meet up with. And so here's a look at some of the different stamps. And sure enough, since I'm a completist, I got all these things stamped. Right? Some more stamps there. And after you get them all stamped, you get a completion stamp like that. Right? It should go over here, but this here doesn't take a stamp good and it smears. So we got the stamps all done, completed the passport. This went right here. This guide here talks up where you can get the sip and savor pass at. Talk about here a little gift card thing, which I'll get to that in a little bit. Some of the festival entertainment that's going on, the free stuff. I think it shows some of the paid stuff you can do in here maybe. Yeah, times, big map of California Adventure. Alright, and it shows you different locations here with the numbers, and so you can see here, most of them are kind of like the main walkthrough here. The hardest one I think I found, or hardest one to find kind of, was actually the artichoke place, which is number 10. Right down here, it's a little bit off the beaten path. But then also you have stuff like way over here. There's like a churro cart here they had, which is pretty tasty, and you have way back over here, Paradise Grill. Had some stuff you can get there. So the bottom part here, event locations, and these like the little stand-up shacks with the head going on there. Music, stuff treated about Artist Corner. I'll get to that in a little bit too. In the pictures, there's we actually saw Noah there, and McBiff had been around there, but not at that time location. And sponsors for the event, right? So that's that pamphlet. And yeah, so for $15, you can get this right here, a gift card, right? Has Mickey on it there, doing the pose. Has which is plastic. Has a little paper thing talking about there's a gift card, food and wine, right? Has this nice little bracelet thing, and put on so you don't lose it. And guess what though? This little clasp here, it came undone, and I lost it. Only briefly. It fell on the ground, got a little wet. The gift card's fine. And yeah, so a minimum of $15 to get this thing going. And I just put 20 bucks on it, and I used it for certain food items. So your pass here, with each tab, you had 8 of them. Basically, what you want to do is you take how much you paid for it, and you divide that by 8, And that's how much you want to try to get, at least that or a higher priced food item to make sure you get your money's worth. Lower priced food items, if you want to try them, you know, like I said, get this gift card, just give this to the vendor and they'll snap it off. Not snap it off, but, you know, take the money off your card and you won't be wasting the pass money. Now, the only other souvenir that I got at this, well, not the only other souvenir, but was some Smash coins. No. We have some nickels here, right? And those are from California Adventure side. I believe these here are from Disneyland side, and they're new for 2020. Here's, of course, the Hitchhiking Ghost quarters from last year. They're still hanging around, or were. And here's, I think, some for Indiana Jones, right? Indiana Jones, Mary Poppins, and some Anger, Happy, and Bing Bong. Yeah. So those seem to be like the only new coins that I had seen, I was able to get. And another little souvenir that I don't think I have a picture of later on is this right here. Alright, Food and Wine, Mickey pin, limited edition. Hope that's not blurry as it looks on my camera, but this thing right here, I think annual pass member, yeah, pass holder. So I got this at a certain location, and that is mainly the gist of it for this. Now, I'll get onto the picture portion of this, which basically took a bunch of stills of the booths and the food, and so I will bring that up to share. Alright, so it's held over there at Disney's California Adventure, and this is what we got here. We got a nice little magnet there in the middle, and our other stuff already went over. Then here's the Sip and Savor Pass, a little bit more zoomed in so you can see what it's all about with the tabs that you break off. And a little disclaimer there, legal disclaimer probably. And more the other backside of the tab. And then onto merchandise. So here's some hats, some little wine goblets or glasses, shirts you can get, sweatshirts, headband up there. And this is at different locations throughout the park. So wine glasses there. This is, I think, downtown Disney One, World Disney Store. They have the artist corner, which is where they'd have, I think, supposed to have a live artist there. I didn't see one when we were there, but it did look like McBiff was just there, or was going to be there. And so they're talking about McBiff there. Pretty nice fellow, nice artwork. I like his style. But there's other artists that are also in here, and what else we got here? We got some oven mitts you can get, little trash can, salt and pepper shakers, cutting boards available there. They got, here's another sampling of different odds and ends. Pepper grinder, pepper mill, little cutting board at the bottom there. Let's see, we got now the headbands again, which I guess are the ears for the food and wine. This nice little chip and dip bowl, or dog food bowl, however, what you want to do. Looks like some coasters, some kitchen towels, a pie plate over there, and then they have some artwork created specially. I think that's the local artist did that, the local Disney ones. They have some pins here. Now, I did not see the scratch and sniff pins at all, so they must have been sold out by now. Some t-shirts here. The one on the left is the annual pass holders. Looks pretty tasty. I didn't get it, but I don't know, nice. And look, you make my heart beat. Anyways, more on the shirts. And here's some hats and cookbooks. The cookbooks are hard to find right now, but they'll probably be released mass later on. And one of these days, I'll probably do a video on the cookbooks. This gal here, she was doing a maple syrup, some high-class maple syrup, and this right here was a little place on the Highwood lot. You can have pictures taken with some props. And then they have these little spots here to eat. And they set them up for your eating pleasure, which they could have been nice if it was covered. My trusty fork, I got one fork, and I decided not to waste it. I kept reusing the same fork. And then this is the first place. That's the cheese. Didn't get anything here, but you can see the menu that they have different offerings. and Uncorked California. I almost wanted to get the pizza rolls here, but then I was like, let's see what else we have. So I ventured on and went down to Golden Dreams. Golden Dreams, we did get the taco. The French fried chicken waffle sandwich with mimosa-inspired slaw and OJ bubbles. Those OJ bubbles on the top, those are legitly neat. Then we tried some fish, also there. Now, not Mr. Limpid Fish, he's a tiled fish. We tried their seared Verloso salmon, which is a name brand of salmon, farm fresh. And it has some black rice there and a pea puree. And then we got, let's see here, it's pretty good for the fish. We didn't do anything at the California Craft Brews. And one in a melon. We did do the house-made watermelon agua fresca. It says here it's supposed to have fresh watermelon, peaches, agave nectar, and fresh lime juice, non-alcoholic. There's a picture of it. It didn't seem like it really had those flavors, but it really had a good flavor of watermelon. So you just took the watermelon and stuck it in a blender. At Caliente, we wanted to try the creamy poblano pepper pasta there. And you know what? Some people say it's pretty spicy. I don't think so. It had a real good poblano flavor to it though, and the red parts made it a little bit hotter, but overall it's a pretty good dish. I think the pasta might have been cooked a little bit too long. LA style, we had what do we have there? Get ahead of myself, but the monkey bread. Now the monkey bread is a little bit disappointed off because it says fresh bread soaked in butter, cinnamon, and sugar, baked with caramel sauce, and finished with whiskey glaze and candied pecans. I see the whiskey glaze and the pecans, maybe the caramel sauce, but all that butter didn't happen. Avocado time. This one was good. This is probably one of our best ones we had. We had the tortilla crusted fried guacamole with carne asada. And so slices of avocado, breaded tortillas, fried, served with carne asada, topped with pico de gallo and avocado cream drizzle. There's a close-up there of the fried guacamole, avocado, and that was tasty. The meat was tasty. Overall, that was, I think, the best dish we had. Off the cob, had a couple things there. We had the shrimp braised corn, and with let's see, so it had chorizo, topped green onions, and crispy corn kernels, and that was pretty tasty too. I think I would like more chorizo. But then we also had the Mickey-shaped caramel peanut milk chocolate macaron. And this was interesting because it looks like, you know, that, and then something inside there. You can see a little bit there of a secret that's packed inside, but it seemed like a chopped up Snickers bar or something like that in there, which I had to throw off of the texture. It went from like soft to like a really hard chunk in there somewhere. But yeah, if you knew about that chunk, that was a good thing to get. And they also sold out of it. The artichokes. Forgetting the fried artichokes here. Fried artichokes with lemon aioli. Yeah, and microgreens. The microgreens are fine, but you know what? If you don't get something fresh fried, you know, it loses that crispness, and that did not have a crispness to it. It's kind of soggy fried, and so I'd pass on that one. Cluckadoodle moo. We got the French onion grilled beef tenderloin slider, topped with Gruyere cheese sauce and caramelized onions, and a roll. And that's pretty tasty. That was like a hunk of meat though, and being a hunk of meat, I did have a little bit of, you know, maybe a little bit of fat or sinew in there, but you know, not too bad. Berry Patch, this one was pretty good. This was the best plated one, I think. The Greek yogurt California berry summer pudding, which is a brioche bread soaked with raspberry puree, stuffed with Grand Marnier, infused mixed berries, and finished with Oroco Greek yogurt, whipped cream, fresh bananas, freeze-dried strawberries, crumbles. That's what it looks like on the inside there. It's kind of tart because it did have pomegranate seeds in there, but otherwise pretty good. Garlic kissed. This is another one we had. We had to try the mac and cheese there, and you know, we see other food people that have gone through these things, and they tried the habanero garlic mac and cheese, but it was missing the bacon, the Nuseek's bacon. I don't know. It was good though. We had the bacon on there. It is overall a tasty mac and cheese dish, unlike other mac and cheese. Then we head over to the Beer Festival Garden. Didn't get any beer, but Also, these would have been nice to have, these empanadas. This cart was not there. You know, and then here's a little sign here for their, where you can get your beer on, if you're into that. 28 are featured there. And so they would, you know, you just go up and of course pay for a beer. But we did not indulge in that. The Garden Grill we did go to, and this is where we got, let's see, this here's the menu that's kind of like the regular one. And you can see the Impossible Meatball sub there. You can see the Buffalo Style Turkey Rig and the brisket fries. Well, here is the Sip and Savor menu. Right? It has a lot of the same kind of things to it, but that very spectacular cookie shake looked good. But so here's the brisket fries we did not get, but you know, it looks pretty good. That's the regular portion too. And here is a picture of the turkey leg that we did not get, but that looks good. And yes, I'm that kind of person to take pictures of other people's food. But here's a little tiny Impossible submarine, which, you know, it was not bad overall. The chips were chips, you know, fried potatoes, and you know, the hidden Mickey on the top, that was neat. But I don't know, overall you couldn't really taste like a fake meat to it. So, and this was good here. This is on the Hollywood lot, the churro, peanut butter churro, chocolate peanut butter churro. And here I am holding it with a nice drizzle of chocolate and peanut butter on it. And that was pretty tasty. I'd have that again if I could, which I probably could. And so they have the artist signings here. These kiosks showing who's going to be there, and so they have Noah and the McBiff. And we did get to see Noah at the off the page. Yeah. And here's another guide for visiting artists. They'll be coming around throughout the months. And here is my Food and Wine gift card that I bought. Overall, it was a fun little time. I'd probably do it again if could be. Any questions, comments, leave below, and thanks for watching.